folks. Hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, MeWe group, Facebook group, and Anchor is back. So this will probably go up on Anchor right away today. I can't believe I'm saying that. Yes. So, if you've seen the title for this video, RPGs pay notoriously poorly, but people who create fun things don't deserve to be poor. That quote is from a thread on N-World where Wizards of the Coast is looking to hire a senior game designer. And I find the response to this to be, besides accurate. It's interesting. It's going to drive some conversation. The answer to that was yes, they do. People deserve to be paid according to the scarcity of their skills, rarity, and production. I would even throw risk factors into that. If your job is riskier than others, you should probably get paid more. If it means putting your bodily health at risk, there is, a little extra you kind of get thrown at you, generally speaking. They absolutely deserve to be poor if their life goals are designed around staying poor. Choices have consequences. There are plenty of people who would love to be RPG designers. As such, the pay should be very low, and I will bet they get tens of thousands of applications for this job. I don't think they get tens of thousands. If you really think that, then you're not paying attention. First off, putting for a job application takes a little work and effort, and most people aren't going to do that. And people who are going to do it for a senior game designer are going to want to have some credits behind them. So, yeah, it won't be tens of thousands of applications for that job. Heck, I would love to do it, but I would rather keep my high salary as an aerospace engineer and let Woods of the Coast pay someone else to do it for $50K a year, and I will play what they design while having money left over for other things. Now, some of this is the Paizo butterfly effect. Like we've seen what happens. Paizo, they are now unionized. They make shit as employees over at Paizo. I don't mean to tear anybody down that works there. Obviously, they saw the union because they feel they're undercompensated for the work they do. But Lisa Stevens is quoted as saying they should be happy they're getting paid. There are people that will do this job for free. And therein lies some of the issue. I believe some of the best paid, best compensated individuals in the gaming industry are those that work for themselves, right? Monty Cook, he left Wizards of the Coast, right? As D&D Next was being, whatever it was becoming, and he was the lead designer on D&D Next until he left and then started up his own company and Numenera, right? So I'm sure Monty is paid much better now as his own publisher, publishing his own work, than he was getting paid when he was working for Wizards of the Coast. When I was in my young 20s, I dreamed of one day I too could be a game designer and I could design games for Wizards of the Coast, TSR at the time, right? And the reality is, that's an occupation that few will be able to step in with the big boys. And if you're not stepping in with Wizards of the Coast, you'll be lucky to get paid what Paizo's employees are getting paid. That is your choice to get into that industry, right? Nobody says to you, well, my father was a game designer and his father was a game designer and every Tenkar has been a game designer and therefore you shall be a game designer too. No, that shit doesn't happen, right? It isn't like you're inheriting the family legacy. So, and even if you are, it doesn't guarantee you anything. All right. Not for nothing, how much do any of the Gygax children actually make from gaming? Little. Right? The gaming industry is not where they make their bones. It's not where they get their coin. If you want to be a game designer, my wife and I have discussed this. She wanted to get into social work. You go into social work, you're not going to get rich. You are going to do good work. You are going to change lives for the better, but you are not going to become wealthy and rich and well compensated. You know, these are choices. So would I have said, "Oh well, I would have given up my for the region, the New York region, the NYPD is paid low, but I thought the pay was fair. Would I have given up that job to be a game designer at I don't know Paizo or Woods of the Coast, making 40 grand a year? No. Well, there are people that would have, right? They would have given up a good. I can just say I'm a game designer. I'm getting paid to work in the industry at half the salary that I could have made in a real job. And that's part of the issue here, right? Um, Being a game designer is not an occupation that is necessary or needed by society. You know what? You need social workers, you need doctors, you need lawyers, you need firemen, you need emergency medical, you need all these things. Some people would say you don't need police. I would say you do, but whatever. But there are occupations that are not needed. So you're going to get you're going to get paid based upon, like I said, the scarcity of their skills, the rarity, the production, what you're adding to society. I personally believe that artists are underpaid for the work that they do, but that's a personal opinion. It doesn't change the market. The market decides what they get paid, right? The market decides what you're going to get paid as an RPG designer. Just the way to look at it. So it's rough. It's an uncomfortable truth. I believe that most professional game designers are ones that work in this industry part time, right? It's not their main income, or they have a spouse that provides the health insurance, and the main income and the gaming income is secondary. Or the gaming income allows one to allow their spouse not to work, but to be able to do this full time, not have another source of income, is a rarity. I don't have an issue with that. God bless those that can make a living off this. I couldn't. Most people who think they can write games can't and couldn't. That's just the reality of it. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Leave a comment. Or you can, dare I say, you can leave a voicemail. Dun dun dun. 347-509-5168. Should game designers get paid more? Should game designers get paid nothing? That was Lisa Stevens' argument, right? They should be happy they're even getting paid, because there are people that would do this for nothing. Well, folks, we are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. All I can ask is that you use your common sense. I'm not saying get vaccinated. I'm not saying wear a mask. You know your health risks, factors, you know your comorbidities or lack thereof, and you should have a medical professional who knows your life, your history, and can make recommendations accordingly. Ignore the talking heads on TV and on the internet. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well, and I'll be back again tomorrow, probably delving into the So back into the world of Arduino. All right, folks. Laters.